Good morning. This is Dee with the Autoimmune Project, known as TAP for short. I haven't done a video in a while. Well, a few, but they're sporadic. I'm going to catch that up, and I'm going to start with what I am doing protocol-wise. With the Cusack protocol and a mast cell protocol, plus a couple of things I've added that aren't on either of the protocols, but I wanted to give them a try. So, here's where I'm at. The probiotic. We'll first start with that. I went with Kefir, however you want to pronounce it. On the Cusack protocol, you could take Culturelle, or you could do whey, which is a store-bought kefir that you can make, or you can make your own, like I decided to do, because one of the main things I wanted to help people with is people who are super low income and would have trouble doing the protocol based on the pricing of the suggested items on the protocol. So I bought some kefir grains, and I've done videos about them. I bought, I think it was quarter cup, 2 tablespoons, or a quarter cup, something like that. And started out with a tiny bit in the bottom of a quart jar, basically. And now, this half-gallon jar is full of kefir grains, and I've sold some of them to other local people wanting to make it, and they're really happy with the grains I sold them, because they're reproducing just like these are, like crazy. I started out using Horizon organic milk to make mine, and I've switched over to raw cow milk. I buy at the farmer's market. That's what's in here. And you gotta shake it up because it's not homogenized and the cream will float to the top. So anyway, but that's what I'm using to make my kefir. And that's what I'm doing for my probiotic. I drink about half a jar every morning for breakfast. And I wouldn't miss one day of having that. I think it's made a huge difference. It was one of the very first things I tried on the protocol. And I can say that the homogenized milk makes a more sour kefir. And when you go to the raw cow's milk, or if you choose to go with goats or sheep, lamb, whatever milk, that it changes the flavor. And it goes from being sour, like my prior ones were with the Horizon, with the raw milk, it tastes and smells reminiscent of Parmesan cheese, which is interesting. So there was an adjustment from the more sour buttermilk flavor to a more cheese flavor. It's still kind of effervescent, as it should be. And you can see the milk separating here. The cream, see the line right above the crease in the jug. Anyway, yeah, and it changed the flavor, which It takes getting used to anyway, because this is, I don't put anything in it. I drink it unflavored, so I don't add fruit or anything like that. In the mornings, I just drink it plain. And, but you can, squeeze in more servings of this per day. 1 cup is the suggested serving. But I'm drinking probably closer to 2 cups per day. Plus, I make kefir cream cheese, and I eat that occasionally. And I also will make a smoothie with mango, frozen mango chunks, um, using this. And I make it a frozen smoothie. And there's the lawnmower on cue. I'm going to pause this for a minute. Okay, you can still kind of hear him, but he's moving away. Anyway, the smoothies, I make them frozen by adding ice, and I use my Ninja blender and the single serving cups to make those. Sometimes I'll have that as a treat. And it just adds a little more probiotic to my daily intake, which is great. It's always good. Anyway, that's the update on my kefir. Let me pause this again, and I'll grab some of the cream cheese so you can see what it looks like. Okay, I grabbed some of the cream cheese I made from my homemade kefir. This is what it looks like. It tastes, I keep it in a little Tupperware thing. I make about a half of a quart jar every once in a while. I'll take half of one of these quart jars of kefir and turn it into cream cheese. And you do that by draining it through a coffee filter, and then letting it sit in the fridge covered for a few days to drain the whey. See the clear stuff here? That's whey. The whey will drain and separate from this and turn into a thicker cream probiotic. And you can use this in place of cream cheese or sour cream or yogurt. And the consistency will depend on how long you let it sit in the fridge. As you can see, it's very thick. Almost as thick as store-bought cream cheese. Definitely thicker than sour cream, and definitely thicker than yogurt. The flavor reminds me of cream cheese. Maybe a little more sour towards the sour cream side, but definitely close to the store-bought cream cheese, like Philly cream cheese. I also make, with the kefir, the byproduct when you drain this off is called whey. And let me get that for you, because I want to show you that too. All right, back at it. Anyway, when you drain your kefir, you get this clear stuff, and it's called whey. And you can pour it into a mason jar and keep it. The fresher it is, the better, though. What you do is you add your organic fruit juice, and you can make, and I save my jars so that I can use them to make kefir soda. So it's soda, a fruit soda that has probiotics, so it's good for you too, on top of tasting better than any Coke or Dr. Pepper or Mountain Dew or any of that nonsense. And you can do this in any flavor you want. You can add fresh fruit, slices to it too. And there's people with all kinds of recipes online, but the quick, easy way is buy some organic juice, add it to your whey, and the result is Kefir soda. And it's quite yummy. Anywho, that is my update on Kefir, which is the probiotic on the Cusack protocol. And wanted to let you all know where I'm at with that. And I'm going to do more videos with each item on the protocol as far as what I'm doing and what time of day. Anyway, the Kefir is first thing in the morning for breakfast, and then throughout the day and evening in Kefir soda, Kefir cream cheese, or smoothies or frozen smoothies made from the Kefir itself. So lots of uses, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's all kinds of things. You can make pancakes with Kefir, like buttermilk, but they're Kefir. So for those of you that can still eat pancakes or have figured out alternative flours to use instead of wheat. Anyhow, I hope this video finds you feeling and doing better than I am.